Hey there, I'm Richy, and today we're going to be looking at the VA-005. This is Wallhack's new speed surface, and it's adding to their growing family of glass pads. So let's break it down and see if this really does deserve that spot on your desk. Inside the first box, you'll be greeted with a new carrying case for the VA or Vapor SP005. The case itself is wrapped in plastic to protect it from any travel damage, and then breaking into the case, the first thing you're going to see is the new VA SP005 with their signature little notch on the side. Underneath the pad, you're going to find a little sleeve, and in this sleeve is going to be a card showing a close-up of the surface and a little description on the pad itself, as well as in the sleeve you're going to get a little booklet, and the booklet itself has two different types of mouse skates, one type being a little bit faster feeling and one being a little bit more controlled feeling. And then the final two things in the little sleeve is a cleaning cloth for the SP005 as well as some Wallhack stickers. The dimensions for this pad are coming in at 440mm by 510mm with a height of 3mm, and this does provide very ample space for large flicks and movements while still staying unobstructed on the desk. Keeping the pad on the desk is its 60A silicone back with a new concave grip design to improve the grip and stability of the pad. This full backing also helps with any warping or inconsistencies in the surface, so that is a plus. With the Wallhack bases though, it's probably just my desk. I have noticed that there is a little bit of slipping here and there, but it's never when playing the games, it's only when I'm really trying to move it. When comparing it with other pads, it's not the same, but it is nowhere near unusable on my desk. Another new feature of this generation of pads is the rounded CNC'd edges, which I have to say really do improve the usability of this mouse pad and make it seem much more comfortable on the desk. The quality of this pad, after doing a very thorough inspection, I managed to only find one very small thing, and it's a very small scratch about a centimeter in length that doesn't affect performance in any way, and I don't think I did it because it does seem to be under glass, but even with the rest of the pad, front and back, I couldn't find any type of damage in any way that could affect usability or performance of the pad. In my time using this pad, I've noticed a few side qualities about it that are a little different than the other pads from Wallhack. And the first being that dust does seem to stick a little bit more. Well, it's not more, it seems that when dust does get under the skate on this pad, it seems a lot more apparent. Moving on, I have noticed that skate wear on this pad is really good. I haven't needed to worry about changing my skates since I got the pad. It really does seem like it's not really that abrasive on the skates, and I personally like that. It doesn't make me have to change them as often. One thing else that I noticed is that sweat stains on this pad seem a lot more apparent. While that's only an aesthetic thing because it doesn't affect performance in any way, it does make you want to clean the pad a little bit more, and I don't know if that's good or bad. And then the last thing I can say is that it is a bit lighter than the previous Wallhack pads, as it is thinner, and that does make it a little bit better, especially with a carrying case. If I did miss anything that you guys were wondering about, do shoot me a message in the comments and I'll make sure to respond. I'm very happy to help anybody. Now, the texture of the surface for the VA SP005 is actually etched into the glass itself, and to the touch, the texture feels really dang smooth, and it makes it feel almost as if there's a coat of powder smoothly spread across the entire pad. And while that's not the best explanation because it is pretty hard to explain, all I can say for sure is that it's definitely not any regular glass. I think it's some sort of chemically treated glass, but I'm not too sure. The speed though of this surface would definitely be classified as a smooth and fast pad. While still offering that controlled feeling when downward pressure is applied, you do get a lot of speed when you need it. Comparing to some other pads I have, the VA SP005 would definitely be faster than Wallhack's previous pad, the SP004. While some of the qualities do carry over, like that frosted glass feeling, it's not the exact same feeling. And you can feel the similarities, but you can tell there are differences. And one thing I personally like about the VA-005 that the 004 doesn't do as well is that raw input feeling. On the 005, the tracking aim, in my opinion, feels a lot easier, and while it was never difficult on the 004, the 005 just seems a little bit better for it. Oh, and also the height. That cannot be missed. This 1mm right here, it doesn't seem like a big difference, but it makes that difference when in comfort. Moving on to another pad I have, which is the Beast by Texai. Speed-wise, the VA-005 does sit a bit slower than the Beast, and it does have a bit more stopping power, but by no means it makes the VA-005 a slow surface. It's just the Beast is very dang fast. Texture-wise, the Beast does have a little bit more physical texture that you can feel on the skin. That's what does give it that extra speed, and while they have their different use cases, the Beast can feel a little bit wildly if you are not prepared for it, but the 005 does feel a lot better if you are confident in your flicks, and it does seem to help me, at least, in reactive tracking situations, because I can depend more on the pad. For those who were wondering, the mice that I have used on this pad are using the PAW 3395 sensor and the 3950 sensors. With both of these sensors, performance has been perfect. I have felt no skipping, no loss of tracking or anything like that. And also the skates I have used on them are the Hystar Aero glides. These ones you can get on Amazon. I got the UHM WPE skates that came with the pad, as well as some Jade Air dots. And with these skates, I can say that the UHM WPE and the Hystars do feel pretty similar, and in a lot of situations, the Hystars do sound like a decibel or two louder, but feeling-wise, they're, in my opinion, very similar. And if you did want to pick them up, I'll put a link for them on Amazon in the description. So yeah. I didn't really know how to segue to this, so I'm gonna just rip the band-aid off. It's 179 Canadian, and that is before shipping, so yeah. But because it is so expensive, you can definitely ensure that my review is gonna be as thorough as it can be, because believe me, if I could get a discount for any reason, shipping damage, factory error, or anything like that, I would take it. Because money ain't free, man. But anyways, if you were looking to pick up this pad, they are dropping another batch of them on the 26th of August, and it's on their website. I will put a link in the description, but if the speed pad, or if the speed version does seem like it's a little bit too fast for you, Wallhack is dropping another version, the CR005, or Crater 005, and that one is a more controlled surface, and don't worry though, they will come out with both black and white versions for the VA and the CR005s, but the CR005 and the white version of the VA-005 are going to be coming out later. Now, I just want to say a few things really quickly on reasons why I personally go with glass. The first is the lifespan. Over time, cloth pads really do show wear and tear, but with glass, that surface that you get is final. As long as you don't throw it across the room or something, it will be good. Another reason is why I go with glass is the consistency. When using cloth, you can feel that going left and right and up and down, there is a slight difference in the glide. And that's something that I personally never liked. But with glass, it'd be a challenge to achieve that difference in glide. You get one consistent surface across the whole pad, and that's something that I really like. And my biggest reason as why I go with glass is actually the maintenance and care. With glass, I can literally eat off of it, I can clean it, and have no worries of its performance. Having a cloth pad though, I'd have to worry about having my water bottle on the desk. And that's just something that I don't want on my mind when gaming. For me, I use isopropyl alcohol and distilled water mixed together with a microfiber cloth to clean the pad. One swipe, two swipes, and it's good as new. But with a cloth pad, I've had to go through cleaning it in the bathtub, letting it dry for hours, just to feel that there's still skin stuck down in those crevices. And that's not something I like. I don't like it. Yeah. In my personal opinion, the pad is good. The style of games I think that goes best with it are the high-speed reactive tracking type games, things like Overwatch, The Finals, RoboQuest, those type. But I can also say this is definitely a speed pad. It does fall into a faster feeling because it is that speed variant of its surface, but it is by no means the fastest pad out there. I get that there is still meant to be some sort of control with this pad, but I just feel like Wallhack could have done more speed while still maintaining that control. That is just my opinion though, because I do like speed over control in a lot of cases. But how about let me know in the comments below what you guys look for in a new mouse pad. But looking past my preferences, I would be able to recommend this to people who think that their SP-004 is a little bit slow for them and they're looking for that little boost of extra speed. But I can also recommend this as a first glass pad for a few people who believe that they know they want speed out of a glass pad. They know they want that extra movement and extra, I don't know, all I can say is speed. But there will definitely be an adjusting period to getting this one as your first glass pad. With all glass pads there will be, but with this surface it might be a little bit longer, but it will definitely have fruits to its labor. Anyways, that's really everything written on the script, and I just want to say a few things before I leave. If you did like this type of content and you did want to see more, leaving a like would let me know that you want to see more, and it would help me in a lot of ways. And if you did want to stay updated on my posts, subscribing would help you guys do that. And yeah, thank you for making it to the end. Thank you for being you, and ta-ta for now. Wait. I just wanted to say, if you were looking for the lightest gaming mouse to go with your VA-005, you can check out this video here. And if you do decide to buy it from Gwolves, remember to use my code RICHYREVIEWS for $10 off your purchase. Okay, now it's ta-ta for now.